guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we are going to be talking about how today, in just a couple of hours, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be starting their rookie minicamp, which lasts today and tomorrow, where they have invited a ton, and I mean a ton, of undrafted free agent rookie players, as well as a couple of veterans, to participate in this rookie minicamp, showcase what they can do, and possibly get a chance to join the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 90-man roster for the remainder of the offseason. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about some of these players down in the comments section below. But before we get to the tryout players, I want to talk about one more undrafted free agent signing that I missed in my previous video talking about those players. That player is Buzzy Tight End out of Wisconsin, River Falls, 6'5", 255 pounds, and what was interesting about him was in 2021, he passed the football, he ran with the football, and he caught the football as well in his senior season of college football, which I thought was pretty interesting. Wanted to mention that in this video because I missed him in the previous video, so there you go. Buzzy, tight end out of Wisconsin, River Falls, 6'5", 255 pounds. But let's go ahead and dive into these tryout players, and I do want to say a tryout contract is very different than a full-time, full complete contract for a 90-man roster for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tryout contracts are obviously very temporary, and it can lead to a full-time contract with the Bucs, but it is not a guarantee. So, with that distinction made, let's go ahead and dive into some of these players. First guy I want to talk about here, Alabama A&M quarterback Akil Glass, 6'5", 215 pounds. He's a quarterback, 215 pounds, 3,568 passing yards, 36 touchdowns, 7 interceptions in his senior season. For his career in college football, 104 passing touchdowns, 31 passing interceptions, 10,044 total passing yards in his college career. And actually, just a couple of days ago, Clyde Christensen was asked about Akil Glass, where he said that he is very excited to see Glass in rookie minicamp, which is all great news to me. Glass, I think, is one of the top guys you should pay attention to going into this rookie minicamp today and tomorrow. Stats look fantastic. The coaching staff is excited about what he can do, and overall, from what I've seen, he is a decent fit for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers style of offense in terms of having a pocket passer type guy who isn't going to make a ton of mistakes, isn't going to throw a ton of interceptions, and overall can be a solid quarterback overall, and I think that Glass has a lot of those traits that you want to see. I know some people are going to question, arm strength and decision making and all these other different types of things. Look, I think that Akil Glass can be a interesting quarterback prospect moving forward. Again, maybe he gets a 90-man roster spot, maybe he gets a practice squad spot, I don't know, but let's pay attention to Akil Glass moving forward because this dude put up some electric numbers in college football, and overall, the coaching staff's excited for him, and he could be a good fit for this Buccaneers offense as a developmental type guy. You then have Northwestern quarterback Peyton Ramsey, West Georgia running back Jace Jordan, Alcorn State wide receiver Braylon Robinson, who is a track and field sprinter star at his college. This is always a cool thing to see. These guys who do track and field are sprinters, some of the fastest human beings on the planet, and they try their hand at playing football. I always like seeing stories like that. Let's see Braylon Robinson showcase his speed in this Buccaneers rookie minicamp. You also have Western Michigan tight end Brent Borski, 6'7", 275 pounds. This man was a blocking tight end in full at his time at Western Michigan, and it's understandable to see why. The dude is almost an offensive lineman in terms of his size, so that's going to be a cool thing to see a big, beefy tight end in there, getting his nose in the dirt and blocking his brains out. You then have Wyoming center Keegan Kreider, Iowa guard Kyler Scott, Austin Peay tackle Joe Ware, Ferris State offensive lineman Dylan Pasquale. You have Pittsburgh defensive lineman Keshawn Camp, who was a teammate of current Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Kenny Pickett, by the way. Washington defensive lineman Ryan Bowman, who, fun fact, was teammates with Joe Tryon and Cade Otton. That is a fun fact about him there. James Madison defensive tackle Mike Green, who put up 5 sacks and 12 tackles for loss in his senior season at James Madison. King's University College defensive lineman Deontay Knight, who had 10 sacks and 13 tackles for loss in his senior season in college. He is from Canada. I think that is a very cool thing as well. He put up some very, very good stats in his own right. Let's see how he transitions coming into the NFL and having this tryout with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You have a hometown player in USF defensive lineman Blake Green. I know that'll definitely get some people riled up, or get some people excited, I guess I should say, since he is a hometown guy from USF. You have Kansas State you have Kansas State outside linebacker Bronson Massey. You have Utah State outside linebacker Nick Henninger, who had 9 sacks, 21.5 tackles for loss, and 5 forced fumbles in his senior season in college. I'm very excited for Nick Henninger here. I think that he could be a very interesting prospect moving forward. Maybe a guy who does get that full-time contract after this rookie minicamp, just because, this man put up some stats. He's good in the run defense. He's good in pass rush. He's good at creating takeaways for the Buccaneers defense. All in all, or I guess I should say, good at creating takeaways just in any defense. Nick Henninger is a guy that I really think you should pay attention to. He's kind of my defensive version of Akil Glass going into this rookie minicamp, because this dude put up some numbers. Seems like there could be an interesting fit there in terms of maybe having developmental opportunities somewhere down the line. Yeah, that dude was electric in his senior season of college football. Again, Nick Henninger, Utah State outside linebacker. Pay attention to him as well. You then have Ball State safety J.T. Wahi. You have South Carolina kicker Parker White, who is 16 of 17 for his field goals in his senior season of college football, and he made all of his extra points. He was 30 for 30 of his extra points in his senior season as well. Very accurate kicker, very solid kicker overall. Again, he's going to be competing with, the likes of Ryan Suckup and some of the other kickers that the Buccaneers have right now. I can't remember the other kicker. I know he's from Miami, but I can't remember his name right now. Jose Borregales as well. There we go. I got it eventually. So Jose Borregales, you also have Ryan Suckup, and now you have Parker White. All 3 very accurate kickers. It's going to be a very interesting kicking competition, in my opinion. Then you have Holy Cross receiver Tanio Anyeni, I believe is how you say his last name. Memphis tight end Sean Dykes, who has 6'2", 224 pounds, 48 catches, 657 receiving yards, and 7 touchdowns in his final year at Memphis. That's some very good stats for a developmental tight end. Who knows? That 4th tight end spot, could be very much open. There's a couple of spots open in that tight end room, actually. So maybe Sean Dykes here could get an opportunity moving forward. You have Yale's J.J. Howland. You have Western Michigan center Luke Juriga, who played 13 games with the Eagles in 2020 and was on their practice squad last year. By the way, J.J. Howland from Yale is also a tight end. You then have former Cal and Dolphins running back Patrick Laird, who played 3 seasons in Miami, 36 catches, and rushed for 244 total yards. With Patrick Laird and with also Luke Juriga, who played with the Eagles back in 2020. That is kind of what I'm talking about. Some veterans were also invited to this rookie minicamp. They can participate. I don't know the specific rules for that, but they are able to participate in these rookie minicamps. You then have Villanova and UCLA guard Paul Gratton, who started 5 years between 2 schools with a year at center while at Villanova. We know how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers love to have versatility with their offensive linemen, even in some of these rookie tryout players. Hey, you never know who can make an impact. You then have Gabe Botts from Northwest Missouri State, who does have some starting experience both at guard and tackle. 6'3", 325 pounds. Again, adds to that idea of versatility with what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers want to see in their offensive linemen. You have FSU linebacker DeCollin Brooks, who is the son of Buccaneers Hall of Famer, Buccaneers Ring of Honor inductee, probably the best player in Buccaneers team history, Derek Brooks. So that's an awesome thing to see. Hey, if DeCollin Brooks is anything like his daddy, this man will be absolutely electric at the linebacker position. So hey, worth a speculative add to a rookie minicamp tryout. Not the first time the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have done this either. A couple of years ago, they brought in Vinny Testaverde Jr. for a tryout deal, which eventually led to him getting some opportunities in a couple of preseason games. That's cool. We'll see if Colin Brooks can also stick with the Buccaneers for a little while as well. Finally, to round out some of these names, you have Washington State cornerback George Hicks III, Oregon safety Jordan Happel, Coastal Carolina safety Alex Spillum, Utah long snapper Keegan Markgraf, and then to round out the last two names we'd already talked about in a previous video, but I do want to mention them here, FSU tackle Devontae Love-Taylor and Coastal Carolina wide receiver Cam Brown. That's all the names. 32 rookies. I'm probably missing a name or two, but again, thank you to Greg Auman for compiling this list. I did do some more research on some of these guys and their stats coming in to this Buccaneers rookie minicamp, but Greg Auman did a fantastic job in terms of compiling all of these names and getting these guys, and I added a little bit of research of my own on the side. But folks, those are all the names, and I know what some people may say is like, James, why the heck are you making a video like this? You know why I make videos like this? Is because you never know who is going to make an impact. I've said that so many times here on this YouTube channel, and I do genuinely mean that. And there are some very intriguing players in this list of guys. You have Alabama quarterback Akil Glass, who I talked about. The dude put up fantastic numbers in his college football career. The coaching staff is excited about him as well. I think Akil Glass is a very interesting guy to watch going into this rookie minicamp. You have a track and field start in Braylon Robinson. You have guys who are teammates with current Tampa Bay Buccaneers players like Ryan Bowman. You have people who are sons of former Tampa Bay Buccaneers greats like DeCallan Brooks. You have some interesting defensive guys in there as well. James Madison defensive tackle Mike Green. Kings University College defensive lineman Deontay Knight. Utah State outside linebacker Nick Henninger. Guys, there are some interesting names here. There are guys that you should pay attention to. Memphis tight end Sean Dykes. Because again, these guys are going in here. They're going to try and make the most of their opportunities. They're going to go in there and put in a ton of work, and you never know what can happen in the NFL. I know it sounds cliche, but I do genuinely mean that, and you never know who is going to make an impact. So that's why I talk about these guys. That's why I highlight these players and talk about their positives and what you should potentially look for going in to these types of situations like a rookie minicamp, because again, these guys can get a spot on the Buccaneers 90-man roster. They can go out there and put up some great work and possibly set up some more opportunities for themselves down the line, and I think we should pay attention to those opportunities. So, with that being said, guys, let me know what you think about all the players that I listed here down in the comments section below. What do you think about the guys that I mentioned both on the offensive and defensive side of the footballs that are names to keep an eye out for? Do you agree with me? What are some of the other players you will be paying attention to? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section below. I would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.